Welcome to Easy Pi, the TSI series. This is the part 2, question 6 to 10. Question 6, factor 24 minus 10y plus y squared. So I will write this again in orders of y squared minus 10y plus 24. And as we know, we have a form of ax squared plus bx plus c. This is the quadratic expressions. So our coefficient a in this case is 1 because 1 times y squared is 1 is y squared, and then we have b is negative 10, then we have c is positive 24. Okay, so we use the AC method. We have two numbers multiplied together is equal a times c. A is 1 times c is 24, and then the same two numbers add up to b, which is negative 10. So we will have 24. We find a pair that make up 24. So 24 times 1 is 24, 12 times 2 is 24, 8 times 3 is 24, also 6 times 4 is 24. But each pair we're leading out right now cannot add up to negative 10. So it means you have another fact that if you have two same sign numbers multiplied together, you will have positive. So it may have like negative a, let's say negative g times negative h, that also gives you the positive g times h. Okay, or if you have g times h is the positive numbers, you can also have positive g times h. Same side produce positive. So now you can have 24 times negative 1, or you have negative 12 times negative 2. You can have negative 8 times negative 3, or you can have negative 6 times negative 4. So which one add up to negative 10? So we have this one, negative 4 and negative 6. When you multiply negative 4 to negative 6, you have positive 24. And then when you have negative 4 and negative 6 is negative 10. Because the coefficient a is 1. So we just kind of need to write y times two factors, right? You have two factors. And the one you plug in is the number you just found. Exactly. Y minus 6 times y minus 4. And when you look at the answer choice, you don't see the one it's matching. So we can take the negative one out. Okay. But actually right here, y plus a and y plus 3 cannot be. 12 and negative 2 cannot be. And you have 6 and 4. This one have the positive right here. It should not be, right? Because you have the two negative. So how about a? Why we got a? So let's say if we take out the negative 1, from the first factors here, you will have 6 minus y. Okay, I keep the second factor so that you know it's different from the negative we're taking out. Okay, I take out the negative from this. If you distribute the negative 1 inside, you got back into negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Negative 1 times negative y is positive y. Now at the same time, I drop that down. Now I will take the negative from this one. Okay, so let's put it in the bracket. Now we'll have the negative, open parenthesis, 4 minus y. Okay, now we have the negative times the negative, that make it positive. So 6 minus y times 4 minus y is the correct answer. Question number 7. If m plus 5 equals 31, m plus 10, then m equals 2. So we have m plus 5 that equals 31, m plus 10. I will subtract m both sides. So on this side, it's gone. I have my 5 equal 31m minus 1m, that is 30m, at 10. Now I minus 10 both sides, this one gone. 5 minus 10 is negative 5 equal 30m. Now we divide both sides by 30. I have isolate my m on the right hand side. Now negative 5 over 30. You can have negative 1 times 5 is negative 5, and then you can have 6 times 5 is 30. You can cancel the common factor, reduce it into the same ratio. So we have negative 1 over 6. M is equal negative 1 over 6. And I think this is the typo for x equal negative 1 over 6. It should be m, or should be just the number in this case. Question number 8. Each of the equal sides of an isosceles triangle is 5 inches more than twice the third side. If the perimeter of the triangle is 55 inches, find the side of the triangle. So as we know that if we want to find the perimeters, we have this side equal this side because isosceles triangle have two equal sides. So each of them is equal 5 inches more than twice the third side. More than twice, so we add twice is 2 times x. So this is 5 at 2 times x. So let's call x is the third side. Then we will have the two sides, the equal side will be 5 more than is at. Okay, so 5 at twice is 2 times x. The third side we call it x. Now to find the perimeters, if we have two sides, we take, let's call this A equal A, that's equal B. So we have A at B. That's the length of three sides of triangle. Okay. So we will have this one is 5 plus 2x and 5 plus 2x at x is the third side. And then this one will be equal 55. Let's simplify the right hand side. We'll have 5 at 2x plus 5 at 2x plus x. So all of this is the additions. We can take off the parenthesis. So 5 at 2x at 5 at 2x plus x. So simplify one more step. We have 5 at 5 is 10. 2x at 2x is 4x plus x is 5x. Now we subtract both sides by 10. We have 45 that equal 5x. Okay, so divide both sides by 5. We have x equal 9. Now x equal 9. So we can find the two side A. This is side B. Okay, side A will be equal 5 plus 2x. And then x is 9 plus 2 times 9 is 18. 5 plus 18, that is 23. So we will have 9, 23, and 23 at the answer. Because we say 5 inches more than twice the third side, so A cannot be the correct answer. If you don't know how to do the problem, making sure you think about the way to eliminate the wrong answer as well. And also because it's 5 more, the equal side is 5 inches more than twice the third side, which is the third side will be the smallest one, and you cannot have 30 right here. The only possible one is B and C. But if you think about B, right, you multiply by 2, that will be 30, and 5 is 35. So if 15, it have to be 35 and 35, because the length is not in that ratio, the given ratio. The only one is 9. 9 times 2 is 18, add 5 is 23. So C is the correct one. Question number 9. What is the probability of tossing tails 3 consecutive times with a 2-side fair coin? So we have 3 consecutive times, which is mean the first time you will have the tail. Then the second time you have the tail. Then the third time you have the tail. And the probability for each event, each trial will be 1/2, since you only have head or tail. Okay, so it's the independent event, and also it's a fair coin. So that will be 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. That will be 1/8. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So D is the correct answer. Question number 10. There are 3 blue crayons, 4 yellows, 2 red, and 1 green in the box. What is the probability of selecting at random a blue on the first row? So how many blue can we take in at first? We have this one, or this one, or this one. So we have 3 choices. And 3 out of how many options? That 3, and then 4 right here of yellow, 2 of red, 1 of green. So total we have 10 options, and we want to choose 3 out of that. So A is the correct answer, 3 over 10. See, you count on blue how many options you can have, right? If I label this one at 1, 2, 3, you can have that same colors. If I make number 1 blue or number 2 blue, it's still blue. Number 3 blue, still blue. Okay, so that is the 3 options for the blue out of 10 options in the box. So that is the probability, a part over the whole. So A is the correct answer. Thank you for participating in this series, and see you next time.